Good morning. I'm Michael Thurman, DeKalb County CEO, and this is a great day in DeKalb County. We are here to break ground at Gresham Park for this amazing new innovations, renovations, construction, and it's all because of the advocacy and the support of people here in the Gresham Park community. So let's give them a round of applause. We just appreciate you all so much. We are here because of the support of men like Commissioner Larry Johnson. Give him a hand, Commissioner Johnson. We are here because of our Parks and Recreation Cultural Affairs. Mr. B is here. Mr. Billups, thank you so much for being here. And most of all, we're here because DeKalb County residents, citizens, and visitors have been paying an extra penny to finance major construction, particularly for our parks around DeKalb County, Georgia. We're paving roads and streets, building sidewalks, improving parks, buying 100 police cars, new equipment for our fire department, and it's all because of you and a man named Joe Penny. So let's give Joe Penny a round of applause. Joe is there. Where is Joe Penny? Oh, here's Joe. Anything you want to say, Joe? No, he's a strong, silent type. But also, let me tell you, I've just been thrilled today. One of my heroes is here today, and he wanted to stay in the background, but we have a legendary Major League Baseball player here today, the great Marquise Gresham. Marquise, come on up, man. Come on up. Come on up. All right, how about that? Give him a bigger round of applause. Marquise, say a few words for us.
Well, I'm happy to be here. Grew up in College Park, Georgia, Red Oak, little small town called Red Oak, and Gresham Park was one of our big rivals back in the day. And to see this transformation happen here in DeKalb is unbelievable. And also I want to give a big shout out to the Atlanta Braves, who really supported me and my organization and making all this possible as well. I think we will definitely be able to attract more kids now. We got a good playing surface and a great new environment, and just appreciate you guys for putting in all the hard work and making this happen.
All right, thank you, Marquis. Thank you so much. Thank you for being a great baseball player, but a greater man, humanitarian, and leading our community. Give it up again for the great Marquis Gresham. Boy, this is just amazing to me. One other person, the coach, one of the legendary baseball coaches in DeKalb County, former principal at Redan High School. Coach Greg, give me a hand. Come on, Coach. We built a state-of-the-art baseball diamond over at Redan, but we built it when I was superintendent, but it was all because of this man who called me up one day. We had just won the state championship, didn't we? We had won the state championship, but we were out there playing on dirt for all intents and purposes, and glass. And Greg Collins said, superintendent said, Mike, he really said, Mike, we can do better than this for our kids. And he did it, and I'm so proud of that baseball. I stop by there sometimes just to check it out. So give him another round of applause. Thank you for doing it. I think I got a speech, but I don't really have a speech. I just got a thank you today. First, thank you all for allowing me to serve in this position, but more importantly, thank you for allowing me to serve the greatest county, the most progressive county in the state of Georgia. We are doing amazing things working together as a community and as leaders, and the greatest days are yet to come. We just need to continue to work together, to continue to fight this COVID virus. If you hadn't gotten your vaccine, please, please, please go get your vaccine. Look, the Delta virus is spreading all over this nation. I just shared with the entire government an article that's in the New York Times today, is that all over the world, particularly in Asia and other countries who thought that they had gotten past COVID-19, they're shutting down again. The emergency rooms are filling up again. The crematoriums are running nonstop. So if you hadn't gotten your shot, and particularly among the African American community, only 30% of African Americans are vaccinated. So if you're in a room at an event, these 10 African Americans are gathered there, you know that only 3 out of 10 are actually vaccinated. If you can't do it for yourself, do it for the people who love you and for for the people you love. Protect them. Now give me a round of applause for that. Don't y'all leave me out here hanging. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce the hardest working man in DeKalb County politics. But before I do, can I introduce the sheriff?
Yes.
Because you know, anybody walk around with the keys to the jailhouse in their pocket, you just got the, yeah, I mean, she got the big key. There are other people with a smaller key, but she got the master lock. So we want to bring up Sheriff Melvin Man. Sheriff, come on in and say a few words. We appreciate you, Sheriff. The high sheriff.
First of all, let me say thank you to our, just really, it brings me great joy to be a resident of DeKalb County all my life, born and reared right here, not too far from this trail. Thank you, Commissioner Johnson, for all your hard work, CEO, but thank you to the citizens as well for allowing me to be able to serve in this capacity. And as we enjoy this park, understand one thing, and my vow, and I'm going to continue for it to be my vow, you will be safe where we live, work, and play as long as I stay in this office. And as long as we have the support of the commissioners and the CEO, it's all about enjoying where you are, but to make sure that you're safe where you are, right here in our own community. So thank you so much again.
Yeah. We're here today because we used $4.5 million from the SPLOST for improvements. $1.5 million came from the Atlanta Braves organization. Let's give the Braves a round of applause. We have a Braves representative here. Come on up, please, come up. Let's hear it for the Atlanta Braves. Look, 20 runs. We hung 20 on them last night. Come on up, Brave. Come on up and please say a word. Not every day you hang 20, am I right, Marquise? Let's give another round of Atlanta Braves.
Thank you. I think Marquis said it all, but we are grateful to be partnered here in Gresham Park in South DeKalb. We're really excited about this park and all of the kids that are going to be able to benefit. You'll hear from Telus and Gresham Park Youth Baseball, but this is the heart of a lot of the work that we're hoping to be able to do. We have some of our players currently in our minor leagues that have come through Gresham Park, Mike Harris, Trey Harris, and we hope to see many more. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Yes. Go Braves. And of course, along with the Atlanta Braves, who contributed $1.5 million, an additional $1.1 million came through the personal commissioner coffer belonging to Commissioner Larry Johnson. And I want to ask my friend, this outstanding public servant, who individually contributed $1.1 million appropriated from his commissioner's budget so that we could stand here today. So let's give Commissioner Larry Johnson, who will soon be the president of National Association of County Officers, which he will be the president of all the county commissioners in the United States of America within 7 days from now. We'll be going to DC to get him signed in. Michael Hightower, you know what a huge honor that is. Commissioner Johnson.
All right, good morning, everybody.
Morning.
This is truly a good day for District 3 in DeKalb County, and man, I'm just really proud to be here. Our CEO laid it out and congratulate everybody, but I just want to do some extras. First of all, with the community.
Yes.
But for you, none of us will be here in terms of just what y'all continue to do. Give it up, y'all. Don't take it lightly, because you got to have advocates. You got to have change agents. You got to have people who say, no matter what we see, we still have hope in these kids.
Yes.
And you all have not given up on these kids and making a difference. So we really appreciate that. To the Parks and Rec staff, wave your hand. You got Mr. B here, Paige is somewhere. The Rangers in the back. We got the CEO of DeKalb County now has put Rangers in the budget so we can have park rangers for our park. We never had park rangers before. Thank you, CEO. Also, my staff is here. They're around. I see Miss Steele is somewhere over here. Miss Steele is she's special. I'm gonna save her for last because she follows me. She's helped me. This is SPLOST. I'm gonna mention host in a minute because we used to have a host, and that was the money that we used to do the $1.1 million. But she's helped me with parks all over in my area. Also want to thank Marquise. Thank you. You know, I watch. See, I'm a baseball man by heart. You know, I grew up on South Side Chicago. See, Mike kind of turned that. Not this Mike, the other Mike. Michael Jordan. He made everybody start liking basketball. But this is why this is so important to me with this Little League baseball. I played Little League baseball from 11 and 12. I didn't do the Pony League stuff, but we had Little League baseball in our neighborhood. It's like Mike talked about. I heard something about Redan. He talked about bottles and all that in the park. In Chicago, we played in what we call vacant lots. And the vacant lot used to be an old apartment that they had torn down. So we would play in the vacant lot, Mr. CEO. I know you got that. But we would play in glass, weeds, and we didn't have bases, so you had to go find some bases. And then you didn't have a baseball, so you used the Christmas ornaments that you had, took off the wrappings, and you had a little, because you can make the ball curve with that, and you didn't use a little broomstick. That's how poor we was in our area, but we didn't care because baseball was the biggest thing going on in our area. I mean, that was the biggest place where we saw Willie Mays. Ernie Banks was the big player in Chicago, and he showed us a whole lot. Roberto Clemente. I mean, I started collecting baseball cards back in 1975, so I got all my cards from 1975, and I stopped back in 1988, all that. So, I mean, I got some cards that's worth a whole lot of money. I mean, the old Pete Rose, all them cards. But what transformed us is that we didn't have money for uniforms. I mean, our uniforms cost about $27 a piece. And that don't seem like a lot of money today, but when you're growing up in our area, low income, folks struggling, we've been in the midst of the crack epidemic in Southside, Inglewood. We had a coach named Bo. Coach Bo, he was like you, Tellers. He was, and all the coaches. This man would try, I don't know how he found a way to get us the money for us to play. And then we would find somebody who had a big old yellow bus named Mr. Curtis. He owned a store on the corner, a little grocery store. And he would drive us all the way to the games. And then we were the kids on the other side of the track. So everybody was always trying to save us every year. So the year that we started playing, we had the Baptist League came out. And so the Baptist League said, we got to go to the other side of the track because we don't save those kids, they're going to end up, somewhere else. And so, we played against the Apostles, the Peacemakers, the Angels. And guess what they named us? They called us the Cubs. So we were the only sinners in the Saints baseball league. So they made sure you knew that we were different. But throughout that play, we made it to the World Series. A group of guys that we didn't know nothing, but Coach Bo helped us. We made it to the World Series, and it blew the regular league away because this is the first time we ever played organized baseball. And man, we made them mad. I mean, even the pastor was cussing, everybody was cussing. But that showed me from that point on how baseball builds skills, sportsmanship, leadership, because everybody on the team, we didn't break curfews, we didn't break in nobody's house. We just stayed within the framework of making things happen. And so then I fast forward that, and I turned 18, I became a Little League baseball coach. I coached some kids, man, that anybody in the world said I would never give them a chance. But man, we practiced, we played, and I showed them. I still meet with some of them today, Mr. CEO. I got one guy who owns his own computer company, graduated from Howard University, and he has is just doing pretty good. And went to the Navy. So places like that, I see a lot of them on Facebook, Sheriff, and they remind me of the times we did, because you're 18, you're doing a lot of stuff 18. One thing you ain't trying to do is coach no little boys, play no baseball 18. You just want to get on with your life. But that's why we do this today in DeKalb County. That's why I'm glad for the Braves. I'm glad for Gresham Park and what y'all are doing. What you're doing here is what I know that they say the field of dreams, but you're helping young people get to the next level. We got future CEOs, future tellers, we got future Parks and Rec, future sheriffs, future baseball players, all are going to come because we upgraded the fields and y'all didn't give up on it. We got a CEO that ain't going to never let us give up on young people. And so that's why we're glad to be part and sharing with you all today. I just want to share just the vision of this Gresham area because I think it's going to all become clear as we move forward. Just down the street, we did a land exchange for about we're going to create a 140-acre park, name it after Michelle Obama. We're working on the playground and all those things, the trails and all those things will be part. We're going to connect all of these parks together. We go all the way over to Gresham Road, the Obama School. We got a Michelle Obama trail that we started 6 years ago. It goes from Boulder Crest. It goes right past the Sugar Creek Golf Course over to Georgia State University. Now it's going to Waldorf. Eventually going to connect to 155. So we'll be able to connect the East Side Beltline all the way to Stonecrest. You can walk it, bike it, do whatever. That's the vision of DeKalb. That's the vision of wellness. That's the vision of how we want to see folks move ahead. One of the ways you beat the virus is that you got to be well. You got to practice wellness. It's mind, body, and spirit. And that's what we're in this game to do this. So just understand, you all are connecting us to a bigger prize that we're doing. And so get these young people here, our future citizens, going to make it happen. So I did $1.1 million over at the Gresham Park in this area. And y'all see these lights out here? We put lights out here, Mr. CEO, years ago so people can play night baseball. I always wanted to play baseball at night when I was in Little League. We had one field, the Rich Park, you can go to. They had the lights at night. But we want to make sure y'all can play baseball at night. Years ago, that playground over there, we had corporate folks came and we did that field in one day. They came and built all of this in one day with the Parks and Rec. So with that being said, thank you all, DeKalb, thank you all, community, thank you all to the best. I want y'all to see this man right here. This man right here in history. We live in history right now. He's a transformational leader. He said give it up. Now you heard he said he was the school system a couple years ago and brought them back. He's over here with DeKalb. How many people can do the school system, the DeKalb County government? I don't know where he headed next. But this man has helped to transform and make DeKalb County one of the best counties in the world. I mean, he got us $120 million in the bank. In 2011, we had negative $7 million in the bank. We were negative in the hole, y'all. We were negative. How can you be negative? No money. But this man brought us back, and so with the help of you all on what we're doing, we're going to make it happen. So I'm going to sit down and say thank you. You going to bring Mr. B up?
Yeah.
Okay, you bring Mr. B up. Thank y'all so much.
All right, thank you so much. I want to acknowledge the presence of former head football coach at Tucker High School, Tucker Tigers, former principal at Tucker Tigers, and now the athletic director for the DeKalb County School District, Coach Jackson. Hey, give him a hand, give him a hand. Great man, enjoyed working, Commissioner Johnson mentioned that, loved working for DeKalb County. Now I want to bring up Mr. B, Mr. Billups, hometown, Athens, Georgia. His daddy was my civics teacher when I was in high school and told me one day, you ought to go into politics. I listened. I want to bring up Mr. B.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. I told them one time we were sitting in the office that our parents must be pretty proud of us coming in from Athens, and he also liked to tell the tale that he played football. I think he was on the team, but
It wasn't big as they are now. It wasn't as big.
but he liked to say, yeah, I got out there, and I think that's part of what we are about today. We are here this month is the month that the National Recreation Park Association celebrates as the July's Recreation Park Month. So what an opportunity to for us to take pictures and send back and say to the National Recreation Park Association, look what we are doing in DeKalb County. And this complex here represent, we started this July Recreation Park Month in 1985. And so every year there's a theme. The first theme that we had was life, be in it. and we had little cartoon characters, and we were trying to encourage people to be active in recreation and parks opportunities. And it has grown to this year of telling your story. This is time for us to kind of rebound from the pandemic. But Recreation and Parks Department across the country got great stories to tell of how we continue to serve the community as caregivers to kids. In DeKalb County, last year this time we were running a virtual recreation program. First time ever, but we put it on the computer. And we had people coming in every day to register, to take a part, and still being active in the field of recreation parks. Had two brothers to join us from Philadelphia, and it was amazing how we could reach, at the very same time we were closing down, we were reaching more people throughout the region and throughout the state, and even up to Philadelphia. So it's just amazing. Today, as we talk about the SPLOST program and what it means to the Parks and Recreation Department, we were in that group that could only get 15% of monies to repair. And so working with the CEO and his team, we talked about bringing artificial turf. It costs a little bit more up front, but in the end, we're going to get more wear out of it. We're going to reduce the amount of maintenance. And one of the things he challenged us with is sustainability. If we put it there, it has to last. And it has to make a difference on the way you maintain and keep it up. And we all know that we are ready to make that change. I've been here a number of years watching the little kids, the T-ballers are the cutest one I think that ever. I think it's more about putting on that uniform and being a part of a team that they call their team. You know, lesson learned. I belong. I belong. I'm a part of something bigger than myself. Lessons taught because of volunteer coaches and parents willing to entrust their kids to a program. They sometimes don't even know which way to run after they hit the ball. But it's the neatest thing to watch as they are learning the game. Other piece, it also builds self-esteem. You're a member of the team, but each position is accountable for an action. You know, the pitcher got to carry out his task or her task. The catcher got to also know their role. The fielders and the base, those that play the bases, got to carry out their task for the team to be successful. And I think that as we talk about what this SPLOST program has done for DeKalb County, there are a number of moving parts, but all of it focused on making life better for you, the citizens of DeKalb County. And I just want you to know that we appreciate that trust that every day that you place in us. You bring your kids to us, and they're in summer day camp right now. But you had a choice. You chose us. You have trusted us over the years to do the right thing for your kids. And we appreciate that. And we'd like to say to you all, the citizens of DeKalb, thank you for entrusting all of what we are about to us on your behalf and the betterment and the livability of DeKalb County citizens. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. V. Coach, yeah, I played scat back, and I was a novelty act. Thousands of people would come out on Friday night to see how hard I was going to get hit and whether I would get back up again. So that's what I was over there at Clark Central High School in Athens, Georgia. So now we want to hear from Brother Ernest Slaughter. He's with the Atlas Program Management Coordinator. He's the brains behind the work. A hard-working young man, works there on the 6th floor with me, does a phenomenal job for DeKalb County and the company he works with. Let's give Ernest a round of applause.
Thank you, CEO. Thank you, Mr. CEO. Truly, working for DeKalb County has been something very near and dear to my heart because they asked me to come out of retirement to help with the SPLOST program, and that's pretty much what we've been doing. Chris Kingsbury is our program director, and so I work with him. We have a number of other consultants on our team, Collaborative, OLS, I believe, CAFR Engineering, Steel Management. We have a number of program managers and engineers and architects working with this team. This particular project here, we have come in, we're doing the fields, we're putting in synthetic turf, new fencing, the concession stand, we made some improvements to that. We have a number of parks that we're going to be doing over the summer, a number of projects coming up, so we just really want to thank the CEO for his vision, thank DeKalb County citizens for voting for SPLOST, because we've worked with a number of counties helping with the SPLOST programs, and this truly is a blessing to the county. We encourage everyone to participate, come out, view this diamond in the rough here. This field and this place here at Gresham Park is a beautiful park, and we are just really commending the contractor for the job that he has done. We thank everyone for working with us, and we appreciate the time.
Well, Ernie kicking the blue and white too. Ladies, give him a hand. He's kicking that. And now I want to bring on Bro Tellis Holloway, president of baseball at Gresham Park Athletic Complex. I want to thank Tellis and all of those who support him on the work that he's doing. Let's give Bro Tellis a round of applause.
Thank everybody for being here today. First, want to say, Sheriff Maddox. If Sheriff Maddox tell anybody to sit down, I think we're gonna sit down, right? She mean business, and we appreciate you. Gresham Park has a long history of having talent in our park, a long history of dedication from coaches to parents and excited kids. Now, with that talent, we're going to have the field to go with it. Give ourselves a hand for that. I want to thank Marquise Grissom for being here today. His brother Antonio Grissom asked me, was Marquise going to have to say something? I said, nah. CEO Thurman, this my hero. Get on up here. My bad, Marquise. It's my bad. But, you know, every big brother has a little brother. Y'all give Antonio Grissom, Marquise Grissom's brother, a hand back there. He's actually the head coach of Morehouse and also one of the heads of Atlanta RBI baseball, which caters to our youth here in Atlanta. So y'all give him a hand again. I also want to thank the gentleman that's solely responsible for me being the president at the park, one of my best friends who believed in me 9 years ago and told me, hey man, you can do it. You can do it. Former president and one of my best friends, Mr. Ricky Dawson. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you. All right. Also, my beautiful mother, Miss Gloria Holloway, is in attendance today. Thank you. And thank all of our Gresham Park board members pictured to our right here. Janet, Yoshi, Tiffany, Cynthia, Doug, Stetson, Pat, Elise, and Nikki. Y'all give them a hand. Without our board, of course, none of this is possible. We've been through a lot. We never thought change was coming, but everybody kept plugging away. And I thank you guys for believing in our plan, and we finally made it happen. I'm so happy. Thank y'all. Also, even though we're getting baseball fields constructed, Mr. Edwin Petey Pruitt back here heads up football, and we also give turf on the football field so as well. So we're happy for that. Thank y'all. All right. Also, want to thank Ms. Paige Singer. Paige Singer, she is single-handedly, me and her work a lot together. Paige is what you'll call a go-getter.
Yes.
Our conversations between me and Paige and Mr. Johnson have been great. And Mr. Johnson told me, if you don't believe in nobody else, believe in Paige. And she has helped bring this home. And we thank you so much, Paige.
Yeah.
Also, we got to thank Ms. Danielle Bedusi of the Atlanta Braves. That's who was up here earlier. She believed in Gresham Park and all that Gresham Park represents. And we had some challenges that only Danielle and I and a couple other people know about as far as making this project happen. But she said we're going to stay the course and we're going to stay steady. And if it was the last thing she'd done, she would do. She would make this happen, and we made it happen. Thank you, Danielle. All right, I also want to thank Miss Shannon Murray. She's probably somewhere in the back there. She's the sports coordinator who I probably work closer with more than anybody as far as things that go on in the park, the fields, where we're going to have tournaments, things of that nature. I want to thank her as well for all of her communication as well. Thank you, Shannon. Cool. And finally, Mr. Johnson as well. Mr. Johnson, I appreciate everything you've done. Your assistant, LaShawn, as well. I appreciate all your communication. And if you lose your assistant, Mr. LaShawn, I don't know what I can pay you, LaShawn, but you come on over here with me. But thank y'all so much for everything. All right, so our vision here at Gresham Park moving forward, and our charge to our board members as well. DeKalb County is giving us the keys to the Cadillac. Now it's time to drive it. Okay? $4.5 million. We got to do the best we can for our kids, our parents, this community, and the county to maintain that, and we will. We got to get out in our community, which we will, and attract more kids than we ever before. There's too many kids in our community, especially African-American kids, that are sitting home doing nothing. There's too many kids in our African-American community just sitting at home playing the PlayStation. Our kids don't go outside no more. And this is just not for our board members. That's for everybody in attendance here. We got to do a better job of getting our kids in these recreational parks in our community. And projects like this and getting new fields and making this an attraction, we can make that happen. Okay? Our other charge. Getting the new fields is great and we appreciate it. But once we get the kids back in our program, it's still going to be needs. We haven't had baseball in 2 years. 2 years, 2 whole long years. So within that, we're still going to need sponsors. Parents still aren't going to be able to afford to pay for uniforms, jerseys, bats, helmets. So anything you guys could do to help us at Gresham Park would be greatly appreciated. All right, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I am so excited for everything that is happening with Gresham Park. Also, last but not least, the gentleman that's spearheading all of the construction here, Josh Maynard. Wave your hand, Josh. Josh is handling the construction of our beautiful fields as well. So like I said, I am so excited for today. Thank everybody for everything that you guys have done. Mr. Thurman, thank you for believing in us. Mr. Johnson, Mr. Phillips, Mr. Slaughter, Page, everybody involved in this process. Thank you so much, and go Gresham Park forever. Thank you.
All right, thank you. If you ever get short a left hand back, I think you could get me in on the 12 and under. I don't know. Just don't say nothing. I want to acknowledge, we acknowledge our park rangers, but we also have members of the DeKalb County Police Department here today. Let's give our brave men and women in uniform. Thank you so much, sir. Officer, thank you so much. I want to acknowledge my right hand through all of SPLOST, the lady who went to the Capitol for me and fought the fight to get it through the legislature, help us get it on the ballot, help us hire Ernest and his team, did all of this. Really, my right hand, I love her so. Dolores Crowell, stand up, Dolores. Y'all stand up, give her a hand. Whenever you giving me credit for something, she actually did the work. So thank y'all so much. This ends the program. It's a great day in DeKalb, great day in America. Let us just continue to work together. There's nothing we can't accomplish if we work together, black, white, Republican, Democrat, whatever. Let's do it on behalf of the children we all love. Thank you.
On 3. 1, 2,